Hello, this is Dr. St. John, and I'm picking off where I left off. We had just finished modeling the objective function. So down in blue, in the blue box, light blue box, I've got the objective function mathematically, and then I was building the model in Excel. You can see here in B7, I entered in the formula for the objective function, B5 times B4, basically 50 times 2 times M1, and it's this objective function mathematically entered in as a formula. All formulas start with an equal sign. Well, the equivalent formula is using a function, and using a function called the sum product function. Sum product function does the same thing. I need to give it the two ranges, and in this case the first range is in yellow, the second range is in green, and it takes care of it, gives me the same results. It doesn't matter which range comes first or second, but the sum product function is a lot more efficient, and later you'll really want to use it. Right now you want to use it. So I'm going to set this up a little different. I'm going to do it just like they did in the book. I just wanted to point out that you can do it just like the hot tub model, just extended out. But a lot of times we want those, the ranges get big and unwieldy, and a lot of times we want them set up more in tables. And so what we're doing is we're setting up this range in yellow as a table, and this range in green, the coefficients, in a separate table. So we're keeping them together. We're keeping the decision variables together, we're keeping the cost coefficients together, and they're corresponding to each other. So the coefficients, we'll still have it in a table below the decision variable table. And then we'll use the same sum product function and give it there. So here I've still got the labels in there, M1, M2, M3, B1, B2, B3, and that's because I wanted to show you how the positions in the first table, the decision variable table, correspond with the positions in the second table, in green. So that's its equivalent. It's the same as before. It'll give me the same answer. I don't remember what numbers I put in here. I think I just kind of started going in here, putting 1 through 6. Let's see, let's type it in, equals sum product, open parenthesis, I'll give it the first range, which is everything in yellow, B4 through D5. So when you refer to any range, you refer to the upper leftmost cell, B4, and the lower rightmost cell, D5. And in between those you put a colon, so it doesn't matter how big they are. This is the range of B4 through D5. Comma, because in the sum product function, actually all these functions, I separate the arguments with a comma. And then the second range, which is B7, that's the upper leftmost, through D8, that's the lower rightmost. Close parenthesis, and there's a result. Of course, that's not the correct answer. Excel solver will go in there, and in yellow where the decision variables are, those numbers that I have in red, solver will put the correct numbers. I just wanted to show you how to set up the objective function as tables, just like the example. And it's because we'll do this a lot in future problems. A lot of times they just get unwieldy, and it's easier to put them up in tables, especially if it's a networking problem. When we get to that, I think it's chapter 5 or 6, can't remember. So that's setting up the objective function.